Alright, let's talk about The Prisoner, one of the most memorable boss fights you'll run into in Act 4 of Path of Exile 2. This fight takes place in the abandoned prison, and if you're here, it means the story is starting to get really dark. The Empire abandoned this place completely, leaving everyone inside to slowly lose their sanity. Deep in the solitary confinement, you'll finally come face to face with the Prisoner, and trust me, this is not a simple hit and move on boss. The fight has multiple mechanics and phases, and if you want to progress the main story, beating him is not optional. Now, let's be honest for a second, the Prisoner is horrifying, but you almost feel a little bad for him. Left to rot in total isolation, twisted by pain and madness, it's no surprise he's furious when you show up. That said, sympathy won't help you survive this encounter. In this guide, I'll break down how the fight works, what mechanics you need to watch out for, and how to handle each phase without getting overwhelmed. If the Prisoner is currently destroying you, don't worry, you're in the right place, and we're about to make this fight a whole lot easier. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. If you are looking for the Prisoner in Path of Exile 2 and feel like you are running in circles, do not worry, you are not alone. This boss is hidden right at the center of the abandoned prison, inside the solitary confinement area, which already sets a pretty dark tone. To even get inside the arena, you will need to interact with the levers outside the massive door, so make sure you explore the surroundings instead of rushing ahead. Once those levers are pulled and the entrance opens, you step straight into the Prisoner's domain, where the real fight begins. It is one of those moments where the game quietly says, "Alright, now prove you are ready." And if you are not prepared, the Prisoner will absolutely remind you why this place is called the Abandoned Prison. The Prisoner is one of those bosses in Path of Exile 2 that does not give you any easy advantages to play around, because he is resistant to both cold and physical damage and has no elemental or damage type weaknesses at all. On top of that, most of the damage he throws at you is also physical and cold, which means poor positioning or weak defenses will get punished very fast. This fight is less about exploiting a weakness and more about respecting the mechanics, managing incoming damage properly, and making sure your build can survive sustained pressure without relying on a specific damage type to carry the encounter. The Prisoner fight in Path of Exile 2 is one of those encounters that looks simple at first, but quickly proves it is all about timing and patience rather than raw damage. The boss has a few layered mechanics that can easily overwhelm you if you rush in without understanding what is happening, so slowing the fight down and playing it smart makes a huge difference here. The ballista mechanic is the core of this fight, and honestly, it decides whether things go smoothly or turn into chaos. The safest approach is to stay near the edges of the arena and wait for the clear moment to activate the ballista and fire a bolt. If you hesitate and hit the Prisoner too late, he will recover a large chunk of health, which can feel incredibly punishing if you are not expecting it. Once you successfully land the first ballista bolt, the fight immediately shifts into a much more dangerous phase. The Prisoner will rip the bolt out and start using it as a massive weapon, dramatically increasing his threat level. His attacks become heavier, wider, and far less forgiving, so positioning and awareness suddenly matter a lot more than they did at the start. One of the most dangerous moments comes when the Prisoner covers the entire arena in a dark, expanding cloud. This area of effect attack deals heavy damage over time and completely disables your ability to heal while you are inside it, which can catch a lot of players off guard. Staying calm here is key, because panicking almost always leads to taking even more damage. During this phase, the best move is to back off and fully disengage until the cloud clears. Do not try to sneak in extra damage, and definitely avoid the wide swings from the giant bolt he is holding, as they can easily finish you off. Once the darkness fades, you can safely heal up, reset your position, and prepare for the final push. To finish the fight, you will need to land another clean ballista hit, which should deal the killing blow and bring the encounter to an end. Taking down the Prisoner not only lets you continue the main story, but also drops the final clue tied to the mystery of the Hooded One, making this boss both mechanically intense and narratively important. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.